Hey everybody, it's Mickey and I'm back today with another Christmas prep video. Today we are decorating the kitchen. I think the kitchen is one of the most important rooms during the holiday. It's kind of where all the magic happens. So if you are new here, I hope you'll take a minute to subscribe. I put out new videos every week about all things home. My theme for Christmas every year is Santa and his reindeer. I am very traditional in my color scheme. I like red, green, and white. So I got started here in the kitchen with this little china cabinet that holds a lot of my Rae Dunn collection. I put together my tiered tray here. I love tiered trays, especially I have a smaller kitchen and I think tiered trays are like the best way to gather a lot of your decor together with a small footprint. So I have put together my tiered tray with a little reindeer mug back here. I have a Christmas teapot. This is a little collection of measuring spoons. I think I got that at Hobby Lobby. Up top here, I have a little wooden bowl that has those like retro Christmas bulbs in it, a little sparkly Santa. I have it all ready to be lit with those little bulbs that have like the Christmas trees inside. I just really love the way this came out. I think that it looks really festive and it kind of sets the theme for the whole room. New this year is this portrait of Santa. I just love him. I love the little retro feel that he has. I found him online. I'm gonna have to look up and see where I picked him up from. It may have been Wayfair. You're going to see a couple little portraits of Santa around the house, but I think this one is my favorite. I just added a couple heavy black reindeer that I think I may have gotten last year from the antique farmhouse, and then just a simple red and white placemat. So this is going to set our theme for our kitchen here. I just want it to be nice and cozy and just happy looking. So I'm going to take you around and we are going to start at one end and decorate until we're finished. So there is one thing I think you should know before we get started is I'm a little obsessed with Santa mugs. So you're going to see quite a few of them throughout the whole house. On this mug rack here, I have the original Santa mugs that my kids have used since they were babies. I really try not to use these specific mugs anymore. I just kind of have them on display now because they're so sentimental. If anything would happen to them, I would just be so heartbroken. So I have them all hung here on the left side of my table, and then on the right side of my table is where we are going to start decorating. Another addition to my kitchen is this little pegboard. I have been looking for some type of pegboard in this spot forever. I've always had my frame up here, my little window frame. I always have some kind of wreath on it for the holidays. I just have a little evergreen wreath that I found at Target with a big fluffy bow on it. But down below was always empty, and I have been looking for a pegboard forever. And I finally found the perfect one at Amazon. I just love it. It matches my window frame so well. It has nice thick pegs on it so it can hold a lot of things. And I just cannot wait to decorate it for Christmas. I have been collecting some vintage kitchen tools when I go out thrifting, and I thought this would be the perfect place to display them. I'm going to add some color to our rack here with some holiday napkins. I have a set of gingerbread measuring spoons, and of course a Santa mug will find its way here as well. I really love my copper gingerbread cookie cutter, and I'm so excited to have a place to hang it for the holidays. We're going to finish up with another holiday napkin and of course a mini Santa Claus mug. This could not have turned out any cuter. I think it is such a great use of the space that's here. I'm so excited to see how this pegboard will evolve throughout the seasons. Next up, we're going to start working on the kitchen table. So I've started to gather some of the things that I want to use in my tablescape, and the table in my kitchen is really important to me. I really like to have it set all the time. I think it just looks really pretty, you know, when you come in, and it's all color coordinated with whatever holiday or season that you have going on. And I get a lot of questions because, like, do you use those dishes? How do you have dinner? All those kinds of questions. So we sometimes will use the place settings and then just wash them and put them right back. Or, you know, other times we will just kind of push them to the side and, you know, sit down with another placemat and, you know, whatever we happen to be eating that day. But I still like to have my table set, especially for the holidays. So sticking to our theme of Santa Claus and reindeer, I'm going to be using this table runner here that is red and white. I found it at Hobby Lobby. I probably got this one a couple years ago, but I know that they still have it for sale, and it's probably 50% off right now, and I just might run up there to get an extra one just to put away for the future. I also found these little tea towels that I'm going to be using as napkins. I thought these could not be more perfect. Of course, they are red and white, and then they have all the names of the reindeer on them, you know, Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, all those guys. I thought these were so pretty, very simple. They just have a little bit of trim here on the bottom. I also grabbed my cedar placemats. I got these years ago at Pier 1 when we used to have one in town, which I miss terribly. But I have 4 of them here that I'm going to use under the charger plate, which is just these simple little black charger plates that I've had forever. I'm not even sure where I found these, but I like these so much because they have like that little nail head trim around them. So for dishes, I'm going to be using my big Rae Dunn plates. I use these for a lot of my table settings. I still love my Rae Dunn so much. I use it almost every day. And then for our little appetizer or salad plate, I'm going to be topping it with this Rae Dunn Santa plate. I have 4 of them here, which is just perfect for this table. So here's a really silly question for you guys. I get teased by my kids that I am the only person that they know that has to sit in the same spot at the table every single day, regardless of how many people are there or what meal it is. I think that moms in general have a spot at the table that they always sit in. So you guys will have to tell me in the comment section down below if you are like me and you have to sit in the same spot at the table every day, or if you change it up. In the middle of our table, I always have our Lazy Susan. We use it every day. I got this one from Target years ago. I think it was part of the Magnolias line. Not sure if it's still available, but I will be sure to leave a link if it is. The tree I picked up online at Michael's last year. And if you remember that little Santa cookie jar I found at Walmart's this year, that little guy was under $10. Now the red, black, and white houses I found from Hobby Lobby this year, and I really do love the little salt and pepper shaker that I found on Amazon. Again, I will be sure to leave as many links for you guys down below as I can. I really do love a bright, happy table, and the holidays are the best time of year to add just a little bit of fun to your meals. Black, white, and red are some of my most favorite colors to decorate with for Christmas. I bring out my Rae Dunn Christmas canisters every year. I always look so forward to it. I think that it's like the perfect color red for the holidays. This is where I normally have my regular canister set throughout the year, but for the holidays, I like to pull out my bright red canisters. I like to keep them on this wooden tray because it just makes it easier to move them around when you're wiping down your counter. Now out front, I'm going to add a little reindeer mug with a glass Christmas tree on top that I found at Target Dollar Spot a couple years ago, along with some greens and those sparkly Christmas bulbs that I found at Walmart. On each side of my stove, I have tier trays that I decorate for every season. Now, again, you guys know how much I love tier trays. I can add a bunch of fun decor without taking up too much counter space. Next to it, I usually have my oatmeal and flour, something that I use every day. But for the holidays, I am adding this faux pine tree and this little Santa planter. Then I have a clear canister with our oatmeal in it, and I've tied a little Christmas tree around the top, and I have a little miniature Santa mug for the scooper. With decorating, I always think that it's the details that make the biggest impact. And I also like to use decor that really matters the most to me. My marshmallow chalkboard sign here was given to me by one of my very best teacher friends a few years ago. I'm adding my red reindeer snacks canister along with another one of those adorable reindeer mugs. This one, I've added a few of those small vintage light bulbs inside. I'm a big fan of snow globes, and this reindeer and Christmas tree one I made last year. I'm also adding a little mini Santa mug with a bottle brush tree inside, and my little marshmallow mugs would make an appearance. This one has a knit reindeer hat and a big red nose. Onto the other side tray. Here I'm putting together a little bit of a gingerbread theme. On top I have a small gingerbread canister next to a very sentimental Santa Claus that I was given after my son Danny was born right before Christmas. The gingerbread stacked books were a DIY that I made last year, and down below is another little gingerbread DIY. I have a chalkboard cocoa sign with a wooden heart-shaped bowl full of buttons and another one of those marshmallow cups, this one with a hot cocoa and gingerbread hat. As you can see, my big Santa cookie jar has found its home right in the corner of my countertop. I really do think this is the perfect spot for him. Now in between, I'm going to add this adorable wooden ladder with a little holiday tea towel on it. I have a small Santa jacket that I'm going to hang from it, along with one of my mini Santa mugs with a little bit of greenery. I think that it looks just perfect here in between the cookie jar and the tray. So lastly, today we are going to be decorating the island. This is a work surface, so I like to have a little something here that's small and functional for the season or for the holiday. I found this adorable sleigh tray online at Target, and I thought it would be just perfect in the corner of my island. I always like to have, little dessert plates at the ready on the island, especially during the holiday season, and these cute red Merry Christmas plates were just perfect. I found them at Target, I think it was last year or the year before. I'm going to add another one of my Santa mugs with a bottle brush tree and a little felt Santa that I got at Home Goods a couple weeks ago. I'm also going to add a little black reindeer and some tiny bottle brush trees with a little bit of red berries, and I think this tray is perfect. It's just big enough to add a little holiday sparkle, allowing me still to have my island work surface for all things baking and cooking. So that's going to do it for me today. I want to take a minute and thank everybody for their patience. Most of you know that I had a major computer crash last week where I lost so many video clips and photos, and my tech guy, my husband, had to order me a whole new system that he set up for me and got me back online. I had to learn a new video software editing program, and let me tell you, it's been a little hairy here at home. So I appreciate your patience, and to make it up to you, I'm going to be adding more videos to my schedule. There's just so much I want to share with all of you during this holiday season. There's going to be decorating videos coming up, and we're going to have some great classic cookie recipes. I have some DIY projects and gifts to make. We're going to do some recipe prep for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and I want you to be all here for it. So please join our communities on Facebook and Instagram at My Bashful Life, and I hope you'll take a minute to subscribe. I would love to have you all back as part of our YouTube family. So until I see you in that next video, I hope that you love the life that you have, be kind to each other, stay safe, and I will see you again soon. Bye.